welcome to another episode of Under the Sink Show. My name is Kyla, and this is a place where we talk about things we don't really want to talk about. This is episode 4, and this is going to be another solo episode. And if you can you hear that water? That is the sink from my upstairs neighbor. I am under the sink. Isn't that wonderful? If you show me real love, baby, I'll show you mine. I can make it nice and naughty. I came in and thought, hey, I'm gonna make a solo episode and fangirl about Lady Gaga. But then something else happened, and now I want to fangirl about another thing. I'm so overly stimulated. I don't know what to talk about. And also, I have so many things to do, and I'm avoiding a lot of them, which is, I am not in a very good place right now. But don't worry about it, because I feel that it's just hormones. I feel like this is all just hormones. I am allowed to do that to myself. However, there are moments where I know that it's hormones, or it's probably just like, my body like reacting to certain chemical whatever. But I can't help but to think, is there something wrong with me? And then I spiral, and then I go into a breakdown, and then I'm on the floor, and then my cat's judging me. That is me right now. And I don't want to complain about it, because it's like a thing that just happens, I guess. But I'm going to make this episode really short. I came in thinking that I'm just going to talk about Lady Gaga and how much of a woman she is. But I thought, you know what? It's Women's Month, and why not, talk about a little Women's Month? Because I don't know. Sometimes it makes me angry, and I am in a very emotional state right now, and I would like to say my 2 cents about Women's Month, as a woman. Women's Month is framed all the time as a time to celebrate and, women empowerment. But what makes me angry and what makes me really emotional, and I'm going to try so hard not to cry, because I'm a crier. I feel like at its core, there is something darker and something more deeper in a way that sometimes many women forget, and even, I don't know if we're conditioned to set it aside, but I kind of just want to talk about it, okay? I think Women's Month is about recognition, and not in a way that, oh, she is a woman and she did this. Not like in an external recognition kind of way, more of a self-recognition, like acknowledging you as a woman, acknowledging that about everything that we carry and create, and then especially endure. And you've all watched Barbie, I hope. And, they talk about the weight of expectations, the invisible labor that we do, the favors that we do, the historical silencing, and then don't get me started on our quiet and graceful way of being resilient that is often mistaken as, quote unquote, just doing what needs to be done. Yeah, I think that's just the mini rant that I have, because I know that Women's Month is a time to celebrate and empower women, which is good. But I would like to also just slide into the table that maybe it's mostly about remembering that we don't need permission to take up space or to take up time, or we don't need permission to have these ambitions or permission to even feel these things. We have always been powerful, I think, and our existence in itself is already an act of it's an act of defiance in this world that is still trying to define us. So yeah, short, sweet, and simple message to all the women in the world is what I just said. And well, here's a thought for you. Okay, this show is about what we avoid and what we don't see, right? I'm trying not to cry. Some things, some of some of the most important things in the world are the ones we don't realize are happening. The work that goes unnoticed, the care and the kindness that's given without being asked, and the things, the gestures we only miss when they're gone. So maybe as we step out of this episode, the real challenge isn't just to keep going, but to start noticing you and noticing other people around you, like what they do, especially women. And I'm not hating on guys, it's just that the truth is most of our lives have been shaped to revolve around men. It's been male centered. The system is shaped to favor men, and we are slowly seeing women reshaping the structure of how company works or how politics work, which is good. That is so nice. But we still see this pattern of how men still, how they see us, and how they can't get over the fact that we need to see the world through their eyes. Like even in hobbies, in music, and in art, like it always has to be in to their standards. Like sometimes we even measure our worth by their approval, and we even shrink ourselves so that they can take up more space. I say no, no, let's stop doing that, because sometimes I notice that with myself too. When I'm talking to a man, I shrink myself and I feel like, why am I doing this? This should not be a thing anymore. So yeah, to everyone who is listening, happy Women's Month. Belated happy International Women's Day. Please continue to be wonderful, to be kind, to be angry, to resist, and yeah, to continue creating an amazing future for the next generation of women to come. Girls, I hope you have a nice day. I hope you have an amazing week, month, year. You deserve it. Thank you for listening to Under the Sink Show, and I will catch you next time. Thank you. I just realized that I may have caused confusion because I started talking about Lady Gaga after I sang a Paris Hilton lyric from Stars Are Blind. So I just want to clear that out, that no, it wasn't a Lady Gaga song, it was a Paris Hilton song. And I want to insert the Lady Gaga thing just really short. She has a new song called Garden of Eden, and then like the chorus, or is it the refrain? I'm not sure. It goes, I've been feeling this familiar feeling that I've known you my whole life. And I'm like, that sounds so familiar. Why do I like that part? And then I realized it sounds like Encanto. Like, a hurricane of macaronas. I just want to get that out. Okay. Under the Sink Show is a The Love Club production. If you have questions or concerns, you can email me or comment on Spotify. But if it's a very scandalous thing that you want to say, please do not comment on Spotify. That is a lack of lady, okay? Don't do that. We don't want a scandal. Thank you always for listening, and I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you for listening to Under the Sink. Please go on. Be free. Get out of the sink.